Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new here, hello, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing for lots more diamond painting content. And if you are back, welcome back. Today I am here with an unboxing from Shimmering Canvases. The owner, Dawn, actually reached out to me and asked if she could send over one of her new kits that are licensed from the artist Andreas Rocha. This is an artist you may have heard before and has been in the diamond painting community, licensed from other companies before, but now we're getting to see some of their work from Shimmering Canvases, and honestly, I had my eye on some of this artwork and some of these kits, so I was really delighted when Dawn reached out to me. Currently, as of the time of this filming and posting, I believe that there are 2 that are available on the website for purchase and 2 that are available for pre-order, and I think will be in soon. I actually just unboxed a kit from Shimmering Canvases that I had purchased not that long ago, so if you'd like to take a look at another unboxing and I think a really different kind of art style and stuff that they have to offer, I'll have that linked in the description box below. But thanks to Dawn for sending this over. I'm really excited to get into this with you guys today. So it did come in this cardboard box. I just opened it up because I just wanted to kind of hide my address a little more easily. And so it's all packed in here. And Dawn also asked about sending over, I wonder if it'll be packed inside here. We'll take a look. Special enhancement drills as well that I know that they have to offer. So it looks like Shimmering Canvases sent over Fisherman's Village. Okay, of the 2 that were available, this is one I was kind of hoping to get, but I wasn't going to ask. So here's this really, really beautiful artwork. And take note, you guys, 100 by 60 centimeters. This is going to be a big one. It's got square drills. So you have their branding on here for Shimmering Canvases. Here's the box. And on the back, there's some info about some instructions for diamond painting. And yeah, written out, as well as some pictures. And here's what's included. So let me go ahead and open this up and let's take a look. This box is actually quite heavy, so let's see. My cat is currently investigating that delightful sounding paper packaging that was included. It's like, what is this? I want to take a look. All right, so open this up. By the way, it does have the artwork. There is a sticker on the end that has the artwork there. So depending on how you store your canvases, whether it's on their side or just with the end sticking out, which is actually how most of my canvases are stored, you'll be able to tell what the canvas is. So yeah, that's a heavy one. Okay, so looks like that's everything. Let's take a quick look together. Not a quick look, a thorough look together. Okay, so I will go ahead and let you know, of course, given the size, we're not going to be able to fit this entire canvas in frame, I don't think, but I promise I'm going to give you a picture. I'm going to put in a picture in just a little bit, or I'll see if I can tweak the camera a little bit and maybe get some more of this one in frame. Okay, so looks like we did have some special drill packs included. I'm going to go over that in just a little bit. In the meantime here, I'm going to move all of this. Let me see how much of this I can show to you. Right, there you go. Now you can see the whole thing in frame. Wow, that's stunning. That's incredibly stunning, you guys. And honestly, I was kind of like, oh, this doesn't seem too overwhelming. This is gonna be totally fine. So here's what was included that was rolled up in there. We have our bags of diamonds. We will take a look at these together in just a little bit. That's the regular diamonds that were included. And then as well, there is a toolkit with Shimmering Canvases branding there. Looks like we do have, I like that they've included a bit bigger white tray. The basic white trays that often come with kits are usually a lot smaller. So this will allow you to do a bit more multi-placing. It has the nice high walls on it and whatnot. And then we do have, okay, so this is some wax in a caddy. I always point this out, especially for beginners. Ooh, there's a few in there. One just rolled away. I got it. Okay. There is a thin plastic film on there you want to make sure you peel off before you try to load up your pen. I think most beginners don't necessarily realize it's there and go, I can't load up my pen. What's going on? Okay. And then we do have a pen with a squishy on it. And then there's one multi-placer on the end already, and then another plastic multi-placer included. And then we do have a pair of tweezers with a cover. They're not too sharp though. Actually, these are more blunted on the end. So there's our toolkit, and then included is this legend color list. I'm probably going to cut this out and put it in my paper logbook once I start working on it. It's not a sticker sheet, it's a regular piece of paper. But I will tell you guys, there's a really handy tool you can get, at least in the States on Amazon, made by Xyron. It's a sticker maker. It's really, really inexpensive. I'll have it linked below. And I've used that more than once before to turn regular paper into sticker paper, and then I can use these labels on my storage containers or my bags. However, I've chosen to kit up my painting and work with my colors, so that is totally an option, but it looks like we're going to have a total of 33 colors in this kit. The column on the right, by the way, these numbers here, this is the DMC color code, which most diamond painting companies do use that color code system. So that's been included. And then, oops, I'll just spill all that out. This is something I'm really excited to share with you guys, actually. I'm going to go ahead and share this now, right up top, is that Shimmering Canvases is now offering some special drill packs, enhancement packs with some of their kits. It is an additional add-on for these kits, but this is available for Fisherman's Village by Andreas Rocha. And what Shimmering Canvases has done, this is super handy. Okay, so they've included a ton of additional special drills with this pack. Oh, interesting. Okay, let me see if I can follow this. Oh, we do have sticker sheets down here. Okay. This is a sticker sheet, so you can use these for labeling purposes. But it looks like they've noted what colors you can do swaps in with the colors that have been included. So what I love about this is, so for me, I am not someone that my brain works in such a way that I naturally look at a painting and go, okay, here are some areas where I think I want to swap in some enhancement drills. Enhancement drills are just special drills that are not just your standard diamond painting diamond. Like, for example, we have these that look like these are ABs. So they have like a special coating on the top. And I know that I'll show you what all has been included with these, but there's a variety of special drills that have been included. And this has just told you exactly where to place those. It's done the work for you, which for me is a huge help because, like I said, it just feels like a lot of work to try to do all of that work and research and go, okay, I think I want to swap this with this and this color. I want to get, this kind of special drill, and then going and tracking down and seeing like, okay, who has these? They have it in the drill shape that I want and the color that I want. This is an option for you to enhance your painting where someone else has done all of the work for you and even told you like, okay, exactly in this symbol in this spot is where you can swap in these special drills. So let me show you some of the ones that have been included. So even this one is labeled specifically with this replaces 782. So if we look at the sheet, oh, I'm so sorry that I bumped you. And if you look at 782 right here, that's the charted DMC code. But it's saying you can swap in some of this AB right here, which is AB 434, and in the trees and ground. And so it does that for you. And so let me see what this is. Does it say what this is for? Maybe this is just kind of to demo some of the areas specifically that these colors have been charted to enhance. So double check that. So we have some browns, we have some yellow ABs, some browns and reds and blues, a lot of these blues. So I'm guessing that that Shimmering Canvases has really tried to give you enough that you can do in these various colors. So we do have this is Blue Flame. Is that like a crystal AB? That's gorgeous. We have a ton of this one. Replaces 799. So this one, it says specifically, see, I love this. Okay, so this is Blue Flame. Sprinkled in the water every 8 to 9 drills. So probably to kind of just give it an overall more shimmery effect with like the letter J. So it's going to be like through here. So maybe that's what some of these colors have been to kind of indicate these are the areas that you're drawing the eye to and enhancing. And then this one, Looks kind of like a crystal. As do these. And in her message, she did mention, and it'll say specifically on the listing what the exact special drills you're getting are. I know it was a lot of ABs and then a mix of some other colors as well. But I just, like I said, I love that this is just someone else has done the work for me and has told me this is where to put these. So it takes out a lot of the work for me. I bet these go in maybe the yellows and golds on the trees, I think. But it's just, it's like, yeah, all I have to do is I just know, okay, this is going to go with the symbol 783. I'm going to look for the symbol E. And in the trees and on the ground, I can swap in, you know, this particular color. So it's, I've seen, you know, I just love that companies are offering this. And it's a fun way to be like, okay, yeah, I can enhance my painting if I want to. But someone else has helped my brain. I love this white AB. This is such a good neutral, and you'll see it in a lot of diamond paintings. So this one, yeah, so sprinkled in the sky and sprinkled in the water every 8 to 9 drills where you see that equals sign. So just to give it a little bit of shimmer. So it's not just going to be a huge block of white ABs. It's just going to give it an overall more shimmery effect. I love that because that's something else I struggle with too, is just like, okay, but how often do I want to put these in to achieve the look that I'm going for? So yay, I really, really love that they're offering that. And that is, like I said, that is an additional add-on option that I've seen available with a number of their diamond paintings, including the new Andreas Rocha ones. And when I work on this one, I really do want to try using the guidelines so that I can show you guys just kind of what this looks like, what it's like to work on, practically speaking. So all of this just guiding you through the process, I'm here for it. This is the kind of, it's the kind of process that that I think makes it that much more accessible and enjoyable. So like I mentioned, this is sticker paper. I don't know if this is included in like the regular kit, if there's a sticker option, if you don't get the enhancement add-on, or if it's just if you get the enhancement pack that's added on. But we do have these labels available we can cut out, and it's already sticker paper for you. So awesome. Let's take a little tour of this canvas. I'm going to bring you back in a little bit closer here. And be a little easier that way. So we do have some branding at the top here, Shimmering Canvases. And then if you take a look at the backing of the canvas is this kind of short lint, soft lint material, but it feels like a nice sturdy weight. It's not real flimsy at all. It feels thick, it feels sturdy. So they used poured glue on their canvases, which you can tell most, if a canvas has a clear plastic cover like this, it's almost certainly going to be poured glue. Really sticky, really sticky. And we have a nice big legend over here at the top left. And then at the bottom left, we've got a thumbnail of the original artwork. And then this tells us, okay, here's what the design size is, and then the canvas size. So the design size is the size of the drill field. And what I look for is when a company is, has the size listed on the website in the listing, what they're advertising, I really am hoping is going to be the actual size of the drill field. And, most companies, especially ones with licensed artwork like Shimmering Canvases, are going to have that be the case. So a little tagline down here for the Diamond Painting Addict. And then, oops, I'm so sorry about that. A little bit of an unwieldy canvas, like I said. We do have another legend down here at the bottom right. So let me grab my measuring tape. I like to go ahead and measure canvases just for posterity. But I do remember that the one I unboxed, I think Butterfly Mermaid was the name of it from Shimmering Canvases. It was true to size. No issues whatsoever. And I am seeing consistency as far as like the features and whatnot I'm seeing between my first canvas that I purchased and this one. And I appreciate consistency. So yeah, that is 100 centimeters left to right. And then we've got 60 centimeters top to bottom. So we are true to size. Now I want to show you up close because something I noticed right away, even just as soon as I unrolled it, is that this painting actually has a good amount of color blocking. And with artwork like this, seeing some color blocking in some of these areas like this, I'm inclined to think that there is some hand charting going on here, which I really appreciate. I like the effect of a hand charted canvas, which is where there really is a strong human touch to how the artwork has been translated to diamond painting form. Of course, there's going to be some confetti in areas like some of these trees or down here, this reflection in the water. Confetti is when you have lots of color changes in a small area. Even this is pretty mild as far as confetti goes. And then what I was just mentioning about color blocking is when you have lots of the same color in a small area, like right in here. And so areas like this with the color blocking, I saw a ton up in the sky, like this whole, you guys, this whole top right corner. Like, this is a huge section of the canvas. This is all the same symbol, the same color. If you like to multi-place, you are gonna fly through this, fly through it. And so that honestly makes the size of this painting, that 100 centimeters by 60 centimeters, feel a whole lot less intimidating. Because I'm going, you know, if I'm gonna be able to multi-place half of this canvas to my heart's content, like that's gonna help a whole lot. So then we get into this area with like the village itself with some of these colors and the leaves and the houses. There's a little bit more confetti here, but it's not bad. Some of these symbols, like this white printing of the letter U on the black background, some of that is a tiny, tiny bit faint. Sorry, I just realized my camera was acting up focus-wise a little bit. There, it's a bit better. But in camera, it looks a bit more clear, but it is just a tiny bit faint. Now, if there aren't any other symbols that look too similar to that one, I'm not as worried about it. Like we have the letter L here and the letter U. But again, those, you can tell the difference really clearly between the two. We do have some color blocking in these kind of shadowy areas, but actually, you guys, this particular background area, there's a lot of confetti between those two colors. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes that's just, that gives a different kind of effect. And this artwork does have some really soft areas to it. So I don't think that that's an issue. Let's see, is that on the surface? Yeah. So the canvas printing looks really good. And I'm pleasantly surprised to see some color blocking in there. I don't know why, I just sort of had in my head, oh, this is going to be just confetti central, but no, I love what I'm seeing with that color blocking. So let me go ahead and show you some of the regular drill colors. Obviously we saw the enhancement drills, but I'd really love to show you some of these regular drill colors here. Okay, so it looks like, what am I stuck on here? I was just heavy. I was like, what's the problem? It's just really heavy. Come in these giant bags. Like that's the size of my hand. Again, not a complaint, just an observation. You know what? That's a lot less plastic waste than if this were just a bunch of smaller bags. So this number here is the DMC code, like we were looking at on the color list earlier. So this is 826. This is the letter O. This is actually the symbol that's going to be up in that. This is all that top right corner is that color. This kit only has 33 colors in the regular charting. Bless you. And so it kind of makes sense that in a painting this large with only 33 colors, we are going to have some colors that we just have these giant bags of. They are square diamonds, like I mentioned. I believe they're resin as well, which is good. I really like resin squares because they're less prone to having issues with being inconsistently sized. Like I'm looking in here, 310 is one of the most problem-prone colors out there across the board, no matter where you get your diamonds and diamond paintings from. But these do look really good from what I can see. Sometimes it's hard to tell until you're placing diamonds on a canvas, but genuinely, just what I'm looking at here, these do look good. These do look good. So we do have several of these really large bags, but not all. There are some smaller bags in here too, but here's a couple more of these large bags. Obviously, this kit is primarily blues. You gotta like the color blue. But I think that's gonna make for some really gorgeous blending. You can see we have even more shades of blue down in here as well. So smaller bags. Oh, the number on the bottom, by the way, is the weight in either grams or ounces. I'm not sure which. No, these drills look fantastic from what I'm seeing. They look really, really good. It is nice that they come in Ziploc bags or resealable bags like these. Some people really enjoy enjoy working out of resealable bags as opposed to putting these into storage containers. But I will admit my preference is to take diamonds out of Ziploc bags and put them into storage containers just because I'm a bit clumsy. But this is an option, and you can even take the sticker labels that were included and just put it on the bag so that it's easy to find the symbols if you like. If you run into static, which sometimes happens with, well, even whether or not they're resealable or heat sealed bags, if you run into static, which with my climate, I'm more prone to see static with diamonds in resealable bags like these, I will just cut up a dryer sheet into small squares and tuck them into the Ziploc bags, and that will get rid of the static and certainly make the kitting up process be a lot more painless, a lot less painful. So we do have some, we have some pretty like burgundies and oranges and browns in here too. And all I'm seeing with the colors and everything looks really promising, you guys. So there are the colors this is what will be included with the kit, just the standard kit as is. And I want to recap with you guys those special drills again, just briefly. But I like what I'm seeing for sure with these diamonds. Let me just tuck these out of the way. These giant bags. And with all of the special drills, if you get the enhancement pack, you're really going to have a lot of those diamonds left over. So I was just going to point out a few of these colors. I'm curious about maybe some of these reds even. It's kind of reddish brown, 902. This is in the ground. It's letter Q. It's in some of these areas. Yeah, those browns and reds. It's really, that must be what this sheet is. And just showing you the areas that they have charted some of these special enhancement drills. And it's got to be like the whole water, though it does say sprinkled in sometimes, like sprinkled in the sky, sprinkled in the sky, sprinkled in the sky, sprinkled in the water. It's like 826. This is in the sky. That actually, you guys, this particular color, for example, is that huge chunk in the top right corner. And so we'll have all of that regular color. Let's see, let me grab it. Yeah. So there's the AB version. Here's the regular color, little straggler in there. And so primarily what it's saying is like, keep the sky mostly this color, but then just every 8 or 9 drills, just sprinkle in one of these. I think what I'd probably do, especially because there's a big chunk like that, is I might go through and place these first and then go back and fill in with the regular color. That's probably the most time efficient way to do it. Or if you want it to be really deliberate and line it all up, you really could. So we looked at this one, 743 replaces 728. This one's in the trees. Like I see it right here. It's the number 7, the brightest yellow you're seeing. And this looks like that's designed to be just a flat replacement for that color, which, you know what, ABs, I think it was going in areas that you're wanting to highlight and draw your eye to. And so that makes sense that you would just honestly nearly flat replace it. I don't know if there might be enough for it. Maybe not. I guess you could sprinkle it in as well. There's some areas that aren't technically like in the trees, like down here, it's in the reflection of the water. And so you might not necessarily swap that in there. I don't necessarily want to make you go through all these colors because we'd be here for a while, but I just wanted to show you a few as examples. 782, this is in the trees in the ground, the symbol C, and that's just kind of sprinkled in some of these transition areas. And the white we looked at, the white is one that's sprinkled in the sky. It's this symbol in here, again, every 8 to 9 drills, and there's a section of the water that is that as well. And then, are there any other colors? Oh, these crystals. I'm going to show you guys where the crystals and crystal ABs were going to go. So those are really striking in particular. Okay, so this is the blue flame, replaces 799. And this is in the water every 8 to 9 drills, the symbol G. And this one does specify, by the way, in the water. So even though there is a symbol G up in the sky, this is saying specifically in the water. Which kind of the effect of this, I feel like the blue flame looks more watery, if you want to call it that. It looks a little bit more watery. So that's kind of, oh, there's a bunch of it. You can't see because you're out of frame. Down here, this color, as well as this color right here, this kind of grayish blue color. And then this one is replacing 809. This is in the water, and this looks like it's a straight replacement, letter H. It's actually going to be right next to some of this color. And this is that crystal color. Oh, this one. This goes in the water. The AB goes in the sky, and this goes in the water. I understand what's happening here now, and I feel really bad. Okay, that I didn't notice this at the beginning. These are ABs, and these are non-ABs. So that is the difference that's going on there. So even though we have this is 5200, that replaces 3865, and we have those white ABs that do the same. It's the ABs are in this column, and this is sprinkled in the sky, and this one that's a crystal is in the water. So my apologies for that, my mistake. So this one is in the water, and it's sprinkled in here every 8 to 9 diamonds. Got it. Sorry. And then this one is 784 replaces 813. This is sprinkled in the water every 8 to 9 drills as well. That makes perfect sense now. And that's completely on me for not making that connection. So anyway, yeah, this goes in the water. Letter J. It's kind of sprinkled. It's a little more sparse. It's this color right here. And there's a little bit in here. So anyway, I am excited. And I feel completely not overwhelmed. Like, it feels completely doable for me to do those swaps because someone has told me exactly what to do. That's what I'm here for. So anyway, you guys, this is the absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning kit, Fisherman's Village by the artist Andreas Rocha, who is now licensed 4 pieces so far with Shimmering Canvases. This one, along with blanking on the name of it. There's another one that is available for purchase right now, and they have 2 that are up for pre-order as of the time of this filming. But this looks amazing. This looks really, really, really cool, and I'm excited to see this artist's artwork available at another shop. Because we haven't really seen their work licensed elsewhere in a while. So I'm stoked to get to work on this. I love that Shimmering Canvases is offering these enhancement packs that you can add on. And it is an extremely time-consuming process for them to have mapped everything out and pulled the colors you're going to need and everything. And so keep in mind, you're paying not only for the actual cost of materials to get the special drills, but of course, like the sheer amount of time and work that's gone into someone mapping that all out for you. You're kind of paying for a service in a way. Shimmering Canvases does also have some gorgeous hand-turned diamond painting pens. I have several. They're just stunning. Yeah, as well as they sell some special drills alone too. So be sure to go and take a look at what Shimmering Canvases has to offer. A huge thanks to Dawn for sending this over. Like I said, I had my eye on it anyway, and so I'm thrilled that I got to share this with you guys, and I'd love for you to go and take a look at what they've got going on over there. So let me know what you think. Have you been eyeing any of these pieces by Andreas Rocha? If so, this looks fantastic. Go and see if there's something you want to snag for yourself. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and maybe introduce you to a shop you haven't heard of before. And I'd love to have you as part of my community here. So feel free to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with. I try to do a lot of different diamond painting content, unboxings, and reviews of a lot of different diamond painting shops in the community. And yeah, I love to have you here. So anyway, I hope that all of you have a day that is as amazing as you are. And I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.